What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex You're watching a Ragin Ronin review. In this video, I want to talk about Avatar: The Way of Water. Now, I already did my review for Avatar: The Way of Water, but in this video, I actually want to do a spoilerish review for it, and I want to talk about specific things that I felt could have been improved in this film. Now, before I begin this review, I will just have you know that, to this date, on February, we're now at February 6, 2023. Avatar is at over $2 billion in the worldwide box office, and it is only 20-something million dollars away from surpassing Titanic in both the worldwide box office and the domestic box office. And at the rate that it's going, it is definitely going to sink Titanic. It is definitely going to happen. Just give it a bit of time and it's going to happen. And once again, James Cameron is the king of the world. Now, I checked out Avatar: The Way of Water 5 times, okay? I did check out the original Avatar back in 2009 in IMAX 3D 3 times, but I definitely surpassed it this time because, simply put, while I do love both films, I actually think that the second one is better, and I enjoyed the second one a lot more. The first one is great, make no mistake about it. The original will always be the best, but I just think that this one just introduces a lot of new elements about it, and I just think that this one's more interesting and has a lot of more moving parts to it that just make it more interesting. I watched it twice in IMAX 3D, on the big screen. It was awesome. Very immersive experience. Then I watched it twice in 4DX. Also a very immersive experience, okay? The chairs move, it has smoke effects, you have smell, there's like strobing lights and wind. So pretty crazy. And the moving chair was actually pretty awesome, to be completely honest. And then finally, I finally checked it out in HFR 3D, high frame rate 3D, the way that James Cameron intended it for it to be watched. And let me tell you something, this made a huge difference. With the 48 frames per second in 3D, it actually made the 3D way more easy to process. It was crystal clear, it was sharp, and I felt the 3D effects way better than I watched it in the other versions. Make no mistake about it, every version that I watched in was excellent, and it was absolutely superb. And I really liked, James Cameron just did a fantastic job in making this the most immersive the theatrical cinematic experience ever. Okay, let's talk about my spoilerish things, okay? First of all, I don't agree that a lot of people saying like this is a rehash of the first one. Yes, it might have some similar elements in the way it was structured, but this, in my opinion, is a very different story. This one deals a lot with family. You got way more characters, like Navi characters to follow, and you have the marine element about it, and by that I mean the ocean element about it. You got the save the whales aspect of it. I'm sure the whole save Mother Nature theme is there, as it always is and will be throughout all 5 films. But I think this is a very different movie. I just think that there's so many elements in this film that really change it up. And you still have the sky people wanting to fight the Navi. Okay, that's still there, but still they do change a lot of things and they improve upon the original. So I don't agree with the fact that with the idea that people say that this is just like an identical film. All right, it sure might be structured the same way, but still I think it's a very different film. Another thing that I want to talk about is that, okay, so now here's where I feel like it's something that I really noticed, it's kind of glaring, is that the editing is kind of, in the middle part of the movie, the editing is kind of weird. It's kind of awkward, okay? And what I mean by that is that during the ocean scenes, which are absolutely beautiful, a lot of the ocean scenes are really great. That whole middle chunk of the film is great because of the ocean scenes and all the swimming, learning to swim, and all those scenes are fantastic. But the editing of it is just really weird. We jump from surface to ocean, and then I feel that the female love interest for Loak, or is it Noak? I don't really know her name, but anyways, the daughter of the ocean tribe, okay, the water tribe, like she's just really awkward. Like, I mean, the way they edited her in, it's like they're swimming and then suddenly they're back on the surface and it's like, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Then we're back into water. Okay, we're swimming, swimming, really beautiful scenes. Then we go back into the surface. Then she goes, you're learning to breathe. And then we're back in the ocean scene. It's just it's just so weird. Like, these are some weird editing choices, and I think that they could have been improved, okay? Or they could have been taken out completely, or they could have been built upon, after that line. You're learning to breathe, and then, continue on from there. But then they just cut it off. You know what I'm saying? So that was just really, really weird. Okay. Now, here's where I have a bit of a issue with both films. Okay, I feel like there's a flaw in the first film which I find that has been carried over to the second film. Okay, so the battles in the first and second film are epic. Okay, they really are. Okay, however, something that I thought was uh okay, for the first one, I thought that could have been done a lot better was, first of all, I'm sure James Cameron shot a much longer film and he somehow had to find a way, find it in him to edit it down to 3 hours. I'm sure it was really, really challenging and difficult process, okay? And it was very heartbreaking for him to delete all the scenes. In any case, I just felt like, okay, you start off this final battle with all these different tribes and all these Na'vi soldiers, warriors, okay? And then, but the battle's so focused on Jake Sully, okay, Sully. And then, they had hundreds of fighters, like warriors. Where did they all go? Like, that battle, like, in the grand scale, really only lasted like just a few minutes. Then suddenly we're just focused on Jake Sully. Where did all the Na'vi soldiers go? Okay? They bring that over to Avatar Way of the Water. Okay, so we have a few minutes of the armies of the ocean people, okay, and they're flying. You see them, all right. You see some doing battle here and there. You see some getting shot down, and you see the chief of the water tribe, and you see the wife of the chief of the water tribe doing some serious damage. And then they focus a lot on Jake Sully. Where did they all go? Did they all die? Did they just all retreat? At least explain some context as to, like, all of a sudden they're just gone. That's my biggest issue with both of these films, is that where did any of these characters go? It just focuses too much on Jake Sully. This is a very big battle. There's a lot of moving parts in this battle. There's a lot of characters in this battle, but then all the warriors just suddenly disappeared. And I just wish that, I hope that they don't do that for the third film, okay? I really, really hope that they don't carry over that same flaw, because this is definitely a flaw, because we're expecting a giant battle, and it opens up as a giant battle, but then, it really dwindles down to Jake Sully and his family, and I get that that's the focus of the characters, but you can't just tease us with all these flying ocean, like like animals that they ride, and then all these ocean Na'vi. You even have the son of the chief. Like, where is he? Like, how does he play a part of this? What about the daughter? Did she just stay home and watch from afar? Like, like, what is going on here? Like, where did they all go? And I find it's more glaring in this one, because they're the ocean tribe, so they didn't really do that much. You only see one scene with the wife doing something. You see another scene with the chief doing something, and then that's it. Okay, then it's all Jake Sully and Neytiri, and then their family, and then that's it. So I wish they could have done more with that. It should have been, it just gave us like a couple more shots, couple more scenes, some more scenes of them getting, like doing some damage or getting shot down, whatever, right? But like, just give us more, so to make it epic, because I felt like something was missing there. I really felt it was glaring. It was like it was very apparent. So that's why I can't give it 100%, a 10 out of 10, is because like that was, we built up to this epic battle, and then they didn't give it to us 100%, right? Keep in mind, no matter what, this is still a fantastic film. It's an outstanding film. It's an absolutely extraordinary film as a whole. But I just felt that he could have worked on that. Anyways, my name is Akshu. Thanks for watching. I really hope you guys had an opportunity to watch Avatar: The Way of Water on the big screen because it absolutely deserves the big screen treatment. And then there you have it. My name is Alex Yu. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.